Hey, it's the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have the Shaggy DA. Not the Shaggy Dog, that's the original film from I think 1959 or so. This is the 1976 sequel about a grown-up Wilby Daniels. This is a strange name. Wilby Daniels, all grown up, and crime is hitting his city, and or his town. It's really the Universal backlot, but his crime is hitting his town, and he decides to go from just being another lawyer to trying to be elected as a DA. But there are corrupt politicians. The current DA is a little bit corrupt, and he has a fight against. He has a big fight ahead of him. But he's not only fighting that; he's also fighting the fact that he keeps turning into a dog because the ring from the original movie, from when he was a kid, is back again, and he is now getting somebody's saying that the phrase on the magic ring, and he gets turned into a dog every time he does. And yeah, originally I think Tommy Kirk played him as a kid, but it's now Dean Jones, who we've now had twice in the last 3 or 4 days now. When he was in Blackbeard's Ghost a couple days ago, I didn't see. I don't think I've seen a movie in him until like this week, and now twice in just a few days. He's also with Suzanne Pleshette again, who yeah, this is. I guess they're a super couple with the Disney movies, so they're back together again. They're fighting just weird magical stuff and goofy bad guys, but this time they have Tim Conway on their side. Sort of. Tim Conway is 100% my comedic hero. He is just freaking amazing between just his physical comedy and the voices he does when he's supposed to be in disguise, and he's just the best. So yeah, if I realize I'm saying names here, Joanne Worley's in this too. I'm saying a bunch of names that you may not recognize if you're under 40. So ask your parents about these people: Tim Conway, Joanne Worley, Suzanne Pleshette, Dean Jones, and so there's a bunch of others. But yeah, for the most part, Dick Van Patten. He plays a bad guy again. I think he played a bad guy. What was the movie that we had a little while ago about the strongest man in the world or something like that? Dick Van Patten, growing up, I knew him from Eight is Enough as the dad from Eight is Enough. And this is the second movie now I've seen in a Disney film that, in amongst this series that we're doing here, where he's played kind of a bad guy, a henchman of sorts. So it's really weird for me to see Dick Van Patten that way. Again, none of these names will make any sense to you if you're under 40. But I'm under 40, and I understand them. I'm just cultured that way. So yeah, this is a goofy, silly, fun movie. It's Dean Jones, again, like I said when he was Blackbeard's Ghost, he's such a straight-laced guy who just gets the weirdest stuff thrown at him, and he handles it with aplomb. So he again, yes, he turns into a big shaggy dog occasionally, at usually the worst possible moments. Usually when he's about to appear on television for an interview for his campaign, or meeting with possible supporters for his campaign. And of course, eventually when the bad guys figure out that he's actually turning into a dog, they get a hold of the ring and use it to their benefit. And to the point where they're actually going to, while he's a dog, try to have him put down. One of the weird things is that when he's with other dogs, they talk. He can understand them, and we can understand them too. He gets thrown in the pound at one point, and there's like a female poodle who sounds like Mae West. There's a basset hound that sounds like Humphrey Bogart. There's, I have to say this, but there's also a black dog that starts singing "Swing Low, Sweet Chariot." Yeah, you wouldn't be able to get away with that unless it was a Wayans film. But yeah, it happened, and yeah, they, yeah, there's a black dog, and at one point when they try to get free, the Shaggy dog, the Shaggy DA, calls him brother. So, yeah. It's the 1970s, 76, you know. And by the way, speaking of, hey, this is the year before Star Wars, so special effects were not great. This is 76. So the special effects in this, you see here in the picture, that is a man in a dog suit with the dog's head in place, I think, or it just might be a guy in a dog mask. I'm not sure. There are moments where, of course, when he's a dog, it's played by an actual dog. Other times, it's a man in a dog suit, like grabbing onto a rope and swinging down, and then standing up and punching somebody. It's obviously a dude in a suit, a furry suit, is kind of hilarious. The way they switch between the two versions of the dog. So, and the transformation sequence, technically, this should count as a werewolf movie, because it's not the full moon or anything, and he's not a wolf necessarily. Dogs are domesticated wolves, right? So there's a transformation sequence, and it's not good. It's really it's kind of gross. It's just, and not scary gross, just like, ew, gross. So, yeah, just watch for the transformation scenes when he's like mid-man, mid-dog. He just gets furry, really soft, fluffy, furry hands and patchy, furry face. But yeah, it's worth, if you're not into this for the comedy, you have to watch it just for that, for the transformation scenes. And apparently everybody seems to take it in stride. His wife, his kid, are like, hey, you know what? Dad's turning into a dog. I guess that's a thing. So, yeah, everybody seems to be okay with this man turning into a dog somehow, except for Tim Conway, who keeps trying to make money off of the dog by saying that, okay, the thing is, when Wilby turns into the dog, the actual Shaggy dog, which is owned by Tim Conway's character, the Ice Cream Man, Tim, he disappears, and Wilby becomes that dog. So, yeah, I'm not really sure why that happens, but it happens. He just sort of takes the place of the dog, or the dog fades away. It really doesn't matter, but the fact is that Tim Conway, it's meant to give Tim Conway the ability to do lots of shtick outside the main plot, where he keeps going into this bar and saying, hey, I can get my dog to sing. My dog can talk. And it's always he's made the deal with Wilby, and then he changes back, and then his regular dog takes his place, and then he takes him into the bar, and the dog can't talk, obviously. So, and he keeps losing money, and he keeps getting thrown out. And it's kind of, Tim Conway, it sounds like the dumbest thing, but Tim Conway makes it work in every situation. This movie, if for nothing else, is worth it for just more Tim Conway. Can't say it enough, Tim Conway. Anyway, the Shaggy DA, again, I get a sequel before I get the original, but hey, it's time to pick tomorrow's. Let's bring that up. Oh. Yeah, now it's going to take forever to load. Thanks. The one time. Here we go. Come on. There are, by the way, other Shaggy Dog movies here on Disney Plus. One with Tim Allen, more recent ones. But yeah, if I would suggest starting with the classics first. I don't know about the new ones. So, all right, here we go. Let's pick tomorrow's Disney Plus. $6.85. We're still in the I think, because I checked, and it was like everything from $5.54 to $6.94 starts with the. So now I've already forgotten the number. Dang it. 685. 685. Come on. 685. Well. I haven't seen this movie in a long time. I have seen this. By the way, I thought that I had seen the Shaggy DA before, and it seemed really familiar, but I'm thinking I didn't see it before. Nothing really... There's no little bit of it that was retained in my head, but I know I've seen this next film. It's from 1993. It is The Three Musketeers. I'm pretty... Isn't that the Charlie Sheen and... maybe Emilio Estevez one? I don't know. We're going to have to see. The Three Musketeers from 1993. So, let's watch that tomorrow on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here. Bye.